Hello, America. It's Friday, and you'll be happy to know at about 10 o'clock this morning, don't panic, everything's fine. It's strong as hell, our economy, and our banks are even stronger, so don't worry. Janet Yellen called an emergency meeting of, her, bank fire squad or whatever it is. Woo, woo, woo. They all ran into her office. We don't know yet what was going on. I do smell smoke, but that might just be because I'm crazy. More in just a second. First, let me tell you about Jace case. There was a story out this week that we are having, what is it? We're short 30% of our medicines. That's not good. Even our hospitals, shortage of 30%. This is really bad, especially if you're looking at some sort of a financial collapse. And that would, if the banks go down, we're all going to survive. We're going to be at the other end of it. But in that meantime, you'll have more disruption of service and the supply chain. And do you have medicine on hand? Jace case is a great way to legally get antibiotics that you can be prepared for just about anything, whether you're going on vacation and you need some antibiotics or, the world melts down. It's a pack of 5 different courses of antibiotics you can use to treat a long list of bacterial illnesses, respiratory infections, sinusitis, skin infections, everything else. So please go to jacemedical.com and at least look at this. I highly recommend. I have a Jace case. I highly recommend that you get a Jace case from jacemedical.com. Enter the promo code Beck at checkout, get a discount on the order. It's promo code Beck, Jase medical.com. All right. Now, everything is fine. No. You're worried about the economy? It's transitory. So is life. Here's the thing. This morning, I promised the audience that I would do my best to be cheerful, happy, no bad news. It killed me not to talk about Deutsche Bank. Deutsche Bank opened 10% down from their already 20% loss this week. So the bank is just, down 30%, no big deal. And it's not like it's a big one. It's Deutsche Bank. These things start to go and it will be dominoes. So what does that mean for you? Well, it means job losses in the future and higher inflation as well. Because if they go down, as I told you, there's going to be supply line problems. And what happened, during COVID, supply line problems, what happened to cars? The price went up. That's inflation. So price of everything will go up. And on top of that, our president wants to spend $6.9 trillion. Now, it'd be nice if he could pay for that, but he can't. But apparently he's trying really, really hard to pay for it. And I'm not making this up. Here's Janet Yellen. Watch how she won't even look up. Here's Janet Yellen being asked by Senator Kennedy about what's in the budget as far as taxes.
Isn't it a fact that the president's proposed budget proposes $4.7 trillion in new taxes?
It does propose significant additional taxes, yes.
4.7 trillion?
Something like that, yes.
If that was my son or daughter and we were sitting at the table and I said, is it true you got an F in social studies? And they went, yeah, I think that's true. No, an F in social studies. Yeah, it was something like that. What kind of response? I am so secure in our economy, in our planning, I believe these guys have it down. And, you know, if you want to buck the system and say, hey, I don't think they have it together, I know I'm struggling, maybe it's because of what you are or are not doing. Because the well-educated, well-heeled, and well-connected population of America knows exactly what you should be doing right now. Here's our Secretary of Energy.
Where will our viewers see the results in their own lives, and how can they take advantage of it?
Yeah, it's a great question because there are huge opportunities for individuals, especially as they consider perhaps retrofitting their homes to be more energy efficient. So, for example, if you wanted to install a heat pump in your home, replace your HVAC system, perhaps it's gone out, you can get significant tax credits to be able to do that.
Do I also get a free heat pump? Why, if I'm struggling to make ends meet? You know what this sounds like? This sounds like when I want to buy an artifact, I go to my wife and I'm like, look, we're actually going to make money by spending the money. And she always looks at me and is like, that's not the way it works, and you know that. Wait, I'm struggling for money. Honey, you know what we need? We need to put a new heat pump in. What's that going to cost? Yeah, but you don't understand. Yes, maybe, I don't know, $800, $1,000, I don't know, okay? I didn't look, but I just saw our Secretary of Energy saying we're going to get some tax money back. Yeah! Honey, we're living almost at the poverty line. We're not paying taxes already. All right. Sure. Okay. Now, here's the... Just had an elf come and... Oh my gosh. Breaking news. Now, it doesn't matter because by the time you see this, the missiles would have already been launched. Okay, let me go to cut 3. Here is the TikTok CEO, who, again, fills me with just a sense of peace, comfort, and honesty. Here he is.
Do you disagree with FBI Director Wray and NSA Director Nakasone when they said that the CCP could have the capability to manipulate data and send it to the United States? Do you disagree with their statement?
Their statement says could.
So do you disagree with that?
No, I don't disagree with that.
Okay, so it is possible that the CCP, under the auspices of ByteDance, which is your parent company, which you get paid from, has the ability to manipulate content that is being shared with 130 million Americans, yes?
Congressman, I just want to make sure I'm understanding all these questions. I don't disagree with them that there are data risks in general. That's what I meant.
There's a big data risk
But
because
on us specifically.
are there engineers located inside mainland China that work on TikTok? Not Douyin, but TikTok.
We are not the only company that has that.
Are there engineers inside mainland China currently working on the algorithm for TikTok?
Congressman, like I said,
As you told me in my office.
There are other companies that, as I told you in your office, there are
By
other
the way, I'm
companies
going to
that-
reclaim my time. Please rename your project. Texas is not the appropriate name. We stand for freedom and transparency, and we don't want your project.
I wonder where he stands on the issue. One of my favorite questions was also, I mean, isn't TikTok spying on the American people? Well, I don't know if the right word is spying. You don't know if the right word is spying? It's a spy device. That's what it is. And you've wrapped a social media platform around it. That's what it is. Let me ask you this. If I go to have a sandwich, but it has a loaded gun pointing at the back of my mouth when I go to eat it and it goes off, is that a sandwich or is that a gun? Well, I mean, I wouldn't describe it. I mean, it has gun-like qualities to it. Here's the thing. If you watch TikTok, you know that They're spying on you. And you also know that it's just an awful lot of fun to watch just stupid people. Do we really need to watch stupid people? Really? Do you know over in China, the algorithm takes the people who get really good at playing pianos and the kids who are amazing at math and, like, here's a 4-year-old, look, he built a rocket and he's halfway to Mars now. All of that stuff, and we get that, hey, look, I can take my spit and I can make it into a long string. Okay, why? Why? Dumbing down of America? Maybe. We yesterday deleted TikTok from the Blaze Media. And we were doing well on TikTok and had a lot of people that watched us on TikTok. Maybe because I drool from time to time. I don't know. But yesterday I had the honor of doing this.
So the CEO of TikTok was in front of Congress today swearing that they're not a communist spy organization. Yeah. I think they are only a communist spy organization, which would explain why every time we talk about things that are true, like, I don't know, Hunter Biden taking money from the Chinese communists, they delete it and they ban us, and it's horrible, horrible. The worst at censoring is TikTok. The worst at spying is TikTok. So I would like to introduce you to the TikTok challenge to end all TikTok challenges. I have the Blaze account here. It looks like this. All you have to do, here's your challenge. Delete account permanently? Yep. Oh, let's see. Why are you leaving TikTok? I'm leaving temporarily. I'm on TikTok too much. Safety, privacy concerns. No. Another reason here, because you're filthy commies. Continue. There you go. That's all you have to do. Whatever your reason is, Blaze has permanently deleted. Take the challenge. You don't wait for Congress. Permanently delete TikTok.
Now, a lot of people were very upset at me. Well, one person was upset. Glenn, I am honestly surprised that you would be promoting the censorship of any platform. I've seen more accurate news on TikTok than anywhere else. Maybe you're the one getting that feed, because in fact, I've seen many clips of your show on it. TikTok is a place where people can share good information, blah, 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 blah. Again, I'm not censoring them. I'm deleting them as a private citizen from my app, and my company has decided that they wanted to delete it, and they gave me the honor. We're not the government, okay? We're choosing to censor ourselves from that platform. So that may be dumb, I don't know. Maybe I'd be on TikTok with my spit. It might be dumb. Bad business. I don't think so. We just kind of against communism here. We're just a little bit touchy on the communist thing. And I'm sorry. China is our enemy. It'd be like if Germany, Glenn, yeah, the Fuhrer introduced it, but it's a Volkswagen and it's 1939. I don't think so. Now, maybe someday, which I did, I'll buy a Volkswagen, but not today when Hitler's in office and it's 1938. I'm just saying. Enough on TikTok. Let me show you. This is how stupid they think we are. TikTok is dumbing us down. We know that. It's fun to laugh, sure, but it's not real. I mean, how many Americans are just zombies, crackheads on this stuff? This is what the elites think of you and you as a parent. Now, I got to tell you before you watch this, I actually can see her point somewhat here, but you need to hear the rest of that story. But here she is. This is a woman from the state of Georgia, House of Representatives.
I see access as a problem. I see parents being able to direct their child's education, and they are already in the lower 25 percentile, meaning a lot of those parents did not finish high school and could not finish their own education. I am extremely concerned that we would put money in their hands in that entire piece of life in the hands of parents who are not qualified to make those decisions, and they don't have the money to put in the difference that their child would need to attend a private school if there were one in their region.
Okay, so look, here's the thing. This is much different than the argument of parents are just stupid and I'm educated and so I know. Don't tell me what they should read or not. They should be reading Teresa the Tranny right now. Okay, thank you. That's different than what she just said. However, just because you're uneducated and you live in a place where you didn't have the opportunity to really think and grow and be your own individual, I guess, and can't control your own family, that doesn't mean we take that right away from everybody, okay? You have a right to succeed in America. You have a right to fail in America. It doesn't mean we just cut them loose like, yep, screw those children. We don't do that either. There is a place between, hey, let's make sure that we take care of the children who are the most vulnerable. Let's make sure that there's a net there to catch those, but not tell everyone else what to do. This is statist thinking. This is elitist thinking. This is Woodrow Wilson's dream of managerial societies. Sorry, I don't want you managing my life. I'll make the mistakes and I'll pay for my mistakes. My mistakes make me into a better person. Have you ever noticed that before? Because you kind of learn from those mistakes. So they think you're a moron, okay? And they think that if you disagree with them, you're also worse than a moron. Cut 5.
Extreme MAGA Republicans don't want the children of America to learn about the Holocaust.
Really? I brought my kids to Auschwitz to teach them about what the Germans did. And I know what you're thinking, Hakeem. Oh, yeah, the Germans were good. No, I taught them that the Poles and the Germans that were involved in any of this stuff, bad. I asked them then to step to the plate. How is it that MAGA Republicans all of a sudden, I don't know if you've seen the poll numbers of your own party, but you guys are becoming the anti-Semites. You're the ones that are against Israel and Jews, and not so much, Hakeem, but thanks for playing our game. The ones who are really, truly ignorant, moronic, are the people who claim to have all the answers, who claim to be the elites of the elites, and even in their own profession can't answer some pretty simple questions. Watch.
Tell me how you analyze a Brady motion.
How I analyze a Brady motion?
Yes.
Senator, in my 4.5 years on the bench, don't believe I've had the occasion to address a Brady motion in my career.
Do you know what a Brady motion is?
Senator, in my time on the bench, I've not had occasion to address that, and so it's not coming to mind at the moment what a Brady motion is.
Do you recall the U.S. Supreme Court case, Brady v. Maryland?
I do recall the name of the case, Senator, yes.
And what did it hold?
I believe that the Brady case, Senator, I believe the Brady case involves something regarding the Second Amendment. It is not. I've not had occasion to address that. If that issue were to come before me, I would certainly analyze that Supreme.
Stop. This is nothing this guy will ever have to deal with on the bench, ever. Okay? what this deals with is, let's say you're in criminal court because you were parading in the Capitol on January 6th. And I know this would never happen, but then what happens is you find out that you had an FBI plant that was in your friendship circle that had been monitoring you, not just January 6th, but then was involved in your defense and advising your family and your lawyers on what to do, and even saying you should fire this lawyer. And that person, you find out, was working for the FBI. Now, I know that would never happen. It sounds crazy. But if you said, I moved for a Brady motion, that means that the FBI would have to turn over all of the evidence. Let's say you were on videotape and you said, a Brady motion, sir, I'd like to see all of the videotape. And they'd say, no, you can only see this. You make the Brady motion, and that says you have to turn anything over that shows that I'm innocent. It's kind of a little sticky detail that nobody really pays attention to anymore, but kind of an important one. But I'm glad we're seeing the best and the brightest. Maybe they watch too much TikTok. All right, I've got another story that will seem bizarre that I'm going to talk about, but it's really not. No, it's really not. I go to Hollywood in just a second. First, in the 1960s, 95% of the clothing that we bought, my mom, we would go in to buy Levi's 501s, and I would go into the store, and I'd be about this big, and I don't know what it was, but like, how is it in the crotch? I'm uncomfortable, Mom, with you even saying that word, okay? But anyway, back in those days, 96% of all of our clothing made here in America. Now 97% is made overseas. We don't survive as a people if our biggest export and the thing we're known for is financial services. Have you seen how crappy we are now at financial services? I want to recommend that you stop at American Giant and look. If you are looking for any kind of clothing, this is American workers making American clothing for Americans. That's all sourced here. The cotton is coming from America. The wool is coming from American sheep and American farmers. It's all processed here. It's cut here. It's sewn here. All of it, 100% American. This company started because they wanted to save one small factory. And now they're just changing everything. We've got to go and bring the best of America back. And that starts by rebuilding things that we used to be the best at. Clothing was one of them. Buy American today at american-giant.com/Glenn. That's american-giant.com/Glenn. All right. Oh, we're back. You never left. That's weird. If you've never heard of Amanda Burns, find somebody in their 20s or 30s and ask them. She was a teen icon in the late 90s and in the early 2000s. She landed a role on Nickelodeon, A Destroyer of Life, at the age of 10. By the age of 13, she had her own show on the network called The Amanda Show. She went on to star in multiple TV shows and movies, winning a Kids' Choice Award every year from 2000 to 2004. In 2002, the New York Times described her as, quote, Lucille Ball, Carol Burnett, and Gilda Radner all rolled into one 16-year-old package. Holy cow. Why am I talking about her? Because this week she was found walking the streets of LA completely naked. Now, normally that can happen in California, but this time shouldn't have. She reportedly flagged down a car, told the driver she was coming down from a psychotic episode. Then she called 911 herself. She was assessed and put on psychiatric hold for 72 hours. Being depressed can be just like, I'm really bummed out and depressed. Depression, clinical depression, is real and completely different. And true psychotic episodes are terrifying for everybody involved. This happens to be kind of a familiar story. A promising and talented kid gets plunged into the Hollywood pool, comes out years later on the verge of a nervous breakdown. The Amanda Bynes fellow child star, Allison Stoner, again, ask a person who watched, this from the Disney Channel. They coined the phrase, the toddler to train wreck pipeline. That's what they use to describe the phenomena of kids who enter Hollywood bright-eyed and full of talent and come out train wrecks. This is not a new thing. I mean, look at Judy Garland. I remember sitting down with Billy Cyrus, and his daughter had just been selected to go to the Disney Channel, and I said, bad idea. And he said, no, my daughter's been raised well, and I'm going to be there right there with her. Okay. That worked out, didn't it? Britney Spears, Selena Gomez, Demi Lovato, and Amanda Bynes. Go ahead, call your son or daughter on this segment. Every one of those child stars, except for Miley Cyrus, has said that they suffer from bipolar disorder, among many other struggles. Now, you might be saying, well, yeah, Hollywood is crazy. I knew that. Why should we care? Because if all we know that Hollywood is a machine, a mania-making machine, if that's, we all know that, why are we supporting, what does it mean for the rest of us watching their content every day? You can't pinpoint the decline in mental health to one factor and say, it's just this. It's not. But I'll say with confidence that our culture is really sick, and that includes Hollywood. And we're learning that with enough exposure, this disease is contagious. It's happening to all of our children. What are they all being exposed to? Now, this isn't all bad news because the decline in mental health and our culture is not a death sentence. It's an invitation for us to step in, step up, and be with our kids and do something, to recognize what's happening. There are opportunities for all of us in this movement to make a real difference. And if that doesn't cheer you up, know that last week a Broadway production of Some Like It Hot, an audience member pooped in the aisle next to Hillary and Chelsea Clinton. Just saying. Good night.